Hello everybody, Average Gamer here, and welcome to another episode of Supreme Ruler Ultimate China. So, what are we going to do in this episode? Well, in this episode, lots of defensive stuff for the next little bit. We're going to build like a defensive network around our border here with Europe, because we're not going to do much warfare in Europe. A lot of the warfare we're going to fight is probably down here with India and Pakistan, depending on what turns out in this war. Maybe we'll bring up the ownership here. Some expansion down this way. Maybe even knock off Japan and the Philippines. Maybe invade someone down here. Take an island or two, maybe. That's Britain, Australia, Dutch New Guinea. I think this is Portuguese Timor, yeah. Oh, maybe just get involved in Indonesia here. That'll give us projection. A little bit more of a power projection into the Indian Ocean. Well, this will also give us additional projection further into the Pacific. And kind of push out this way a little bit. That way we can get our warships out even further. Which reminds me, so a couple episodes ago, we started building aircraft carriers. Oh, no, they're still going. They still got 79 days. Then we can also put our aircraft on them that we had to build specially for it. In the meantime, so here is our one AWACS aircraft. So the plan for these AWACS is basically to patrol the border, short term, long term. Later on, when we get more advanced aircraft, obviously we'll roll out the older ones and roll in the newer ones one at a time. I think right now we're building quite a lot of these new... Well, actually, one of the things was I wanted to cut spending in the short term for some of these, because we're going to be... Maybe because our advanced aircraft, like our ability to build more advanced aircraft is getting to a certain point now where we can definitely build fast. We can also turn off a lot of these building locations as well. So, ground forces. We're going to stop building ground forces for the moment. Only because we're going to modify how we're going to be building. Because we're going to be going more defense. The naval's going to say, because we do, if I'm not mistaken, we need warships. Well, we got 665 warships, actually. You know what? Let's get rid of a lot of these guys as well here. A lot of more of the military, like the more powerful countries, only build, like, in realistic terms, 6 or 7 ships a year. They're usually only building like 10 at any given time, so we're gonna, you know what, we're done with those 2 missiles. Missiles, on the other hand, yeah, we're pretty good for missiles for the moment. So our plan is, as I said, to build up a nice defensive wall along here. A couple things I'm thinking of doing is basically building a defensive perimeter. Pretty much from this location to this one, of all fortifications. And then, doing the same thing from probably here to here. So that's 1, 2, 3 probably there. Well, here we're probably going to build a bit of a circle. And then use those as our defensive lines. Because, to be 100% honest with you, at some point, we are going to get attacked by Europe. They are going to make a massive union. And sooner or later, one of us I'm going to piss off one of them, they're going to piss off me, something's going to happen, and we're going to go to war. It's a guarantee. So, what we're going to do, first and foremost, is build some military units, and we'll call them advanced units. So we're going to build them on certain spots here on the border first, on the interior part of our defense line. So for example, we're going to build a military fortification here. Build military fortification. Done. Really? I was under the understanding that fortifications went into the middle. Oh, military fortresses, son of a bitch. Sorry, we're going to be building a military fortress. Sorry. That is 100% my bad. Build military fortress. There we go. Now build military fortifications. Build military gun emplacement. Build military fortification. And then what we're going to do, we're going to cancel all that out. And we're going to close out specific ones. So this one as well is going. This one as well is going. Then what we're going to do in this spot here, we're going to put barracks. And in this spot here, we are going to put another gun, we're going to put a, 2 guns and a service to air site. So we're just going to wait. Service to air site should go here first, if I'm not mistaken. Perfect. Build military. Yeah, perfect. Build military. Gun emplacement. Now, gun emplacement, you'll see that it has a rate of view of only 4 kilometers, which isn't that big of a deal. But it has 100 damage against ground targets, and it can also engage warships if it wants to, which isn't a big deal. But this is the other part too. Our air defense network has a 117 kilometer radius that it can spot. It can shoot down within 152 kilometers. It can do 740 damage to an aircraft. Now you're probably thinking to yourself, so think about this. So it can see 117. Our aircraft over here, if we bring up its tactics here, see 235. And it can see pretty fucking far in. So by building about 5 of these or 6 of these along these borders, we can do a significant protection against ourselves. So what we're going to do is we're just going to go and build the military fortresses where we want them first. We'll build that one a little. She went no. We're actually going to build a fortress here and then another one here, because that'll cause a massive problem on those guys if we ever get attacked. Now, military fortresses and military doctrine, not the greatest idea, but we're going to use them and how in modern ways they're used. In this case, we're going to use them just to slow down any advance. So we're going to slow down any advance that possibly occurs. Fortification, and we're just going to spam the fortifications, and then we're going to go back, obviously, and get rid of the ones we don't want. Can't build. I might want to build one there, actually. Yeah, we're going to build one actually. Right. Well, actually, that's part of our defense line, isn't it? No, it's not. Well, we're going to build a defense line here, so that's no big deal, because if we go straight down, yeah, because it's going to come down 1 and then go all the way like this. So that's fine. This area might end up being a little overkill, but meh, who cares? There we go. Build military fortifications. Fortifications. Now my only worry is they might push up this way, so I might build one there too. I mean, the thing with military fortifications, or even military forts, I mean, they can be dodged quite well, so military fortress there. Builds. Okay, fortifications. Okay. We can get rid of that one. that one, and that one. Get rid of that one, and that one. For this one, we're going to get rid of everything on the left side, so this one, and this one. This one, this one, and this one. This one, and this one. Now, strategically, fortifications not the best. I mean, they are technically a waste of money, but we're going to use them mostly as, just as I said, as a way to slow down our targets, or anyone who tries to invade us, basically. Go. Because the plan will be long-term, just like almost like a perpetual state of war. Let's see here, diplomatic offer. Oh, petroleum. You want? Yeah, sure. Why not? We're building those constellations, right? Perfect. Those Pakistani troops are getting out of our country slowly. Looks like they're going through Iran. Which is a good mental note, because if they're going into Iran, then we can kind of protect ourselves a little bit. Okay. "12 days. And... oh, East Pakistan has been eliminated. Okay, hold on one second here. So India has wiped out Pakistan. Or East Pakistan, we'll say. They're also doing a big centralized push into India as well. So we're definitely going to have to watch that. In the meantime, military, we're going to do gun emplacement, air defense, gun emplacement. So we do gun emplacement. Actually, I can probably do it this way. Build military. Gun emplacement. Do another one there. Another one there. One thing about this game is it's always, how can I do these things and save myself tons of time, and also at the same time do this with my girlfriend laughing her ass off in the background. Air defense. The reason why I'm putting 3 here is because of the naval facility here. So we want to slow them down a little bit, so that'll give us time to push in, or even evacuate from that location. Okay, one's already there. Perfect. Then build military, and then gun emplacement. Now you're probably thinking to yourself, why didn't I build a radar station on one of these things? That's why I'm using the AWACS. AWACS are cheaper to use and build, and if they ever overrun these things, they can basically turn the radar back on us, which in the long term, not a good thing if we can't push back, or in the short term, sorry, because then they'll be able to see us basically. Now the plan will be to actually build radar stations behind our defense line, which we're going to get to right now. Military. There we go. Okay. So these will be a little different. Okay. There we go. go. Military fortress. Like I said, one thing about military fortresses is they're designed and built to be circumvented. Now, the part I forgot to mention is unless they are actually designed to stop an enemy. So this is our defensive line. This is actually going to be our line of actual stoppage. You'll see why in a second. So see how I'm doubling up there? These are actually going to be designed defensive positions. Perfect. So these are actually going to be set up whoops. Actually, I screwed up here. I screwed up these ones. Son of a bitch. So the whole point of the first one is to just do exactly what the other one did. It's to stop. It's basically for units to come in and fortify themselves. And what we're going to do is we're actually going to have just our run-of-the-mill infantry on these ones. That's it. Oh, actually, I wanted to turn at least 2 of these off, sorry. And if I just put gun emplacements in them. So then I'll have at least 1-2 spots on each of these where they're on gun emplacements. Well, the next batch is all going to have 2 gun emplacements, 2 aircraft. It's going to have, like, basically it'll have 2 gun emplacements, 2 anti-aircraft, and then it'll have a radar dish. Every odd one. So, like, for example, this one will have a radar dish, this one will, and this one will. This one will, and then one of these two, probably the middle one of these two will. Then what we're going to do is we're going to build another facility here, another one here, and kind of double up a little bit. Basically, position ourselves so that, yeah, we already know that they can, if they have amphibious units, for example, they'll be able to push across here. That's no big deal. One of the things we'll do over time is actually build up the defense wall and actually continue it on. And basically anything to the, we're going to say the left of the line, in our eyes is and will be written off. Simple as that. So if you live, you know, on the left side of this line, so if you're in the town of Lviv or Sturi or Dragobich, they are, I apologize to say, going to be left in the cold. So we want at least 2. Let's continue on building here. I know this is such an interesting episode, isn't it? Fortifications. One of the good things about this is it's just pre-designed. You don't really have to put anything in specific spots, because everything uses the center of the tile as the location. Here we go. Yeah, if I can't put a troop there, that means that classifies as water. I'm hoping. No, let's try that's normal. Let's try that's normal. Oh yeah, right there. Narrow river. Okay, perfect. Okay. Cancel out these ones. Oh. I kind of wish you could just click the spot and then click where you wanted them to be built. Now, yes, this is a massive undertaking money-wise. And yes, this will probably push up our inflation. Our inflation right now is sitting at 6.5%. Gotta love when you spend money. So our inflation should go up significantly from this. But the whole plan basically is to kind of, we have enough of basically land and territory now in the world where we can pretty much be 100% self-sufficient and basically decide where market prices are and how things are basically, you know, dictated basically. And we can sit behind our concrete curtain. Yeah, I chose those words on purpose. And basically hide. And we're going to unpause. We should be in the highest setting. Region falls we already know, but let's go take a look while this all moves over. India or Pakistan's really pushing in, but looks like India's pushing back over here a little bit. Okay, so let's tick over. Okay, so we're gonna go build military. Gun emplacement, boom, 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 boom. Basically, gun emplacements are just stationed artillery. But on the bright side, that stationed artillery is going to give us a nice distance that we can hit. Okay. Military, we're going to do gun emplacements. We're going to go 1, 2. Actually, we do 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Oh, I missed one right here. 2, 3. Oh, that one's in this. Nice. That's a force. Almost didn't even notice it. 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay, now we go to build military air defense. 1, 2, 1, 2. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, and 1, 2. So now what I'm going to do is wait. I'm going to pick one of them here and just see how long it's going to take. 30 days, 63, and 60. So it's going to take 30 days plus that. So it's going to take 90 days for us to get all this built up, which isn't that big deal because we're still waiting for our Constellation aircraft to be done. So we're going to continue watching this little war here with India and Pakistan. They seem to be pushing up towards our border now, up here as well. We don't find this aggressive. We support the Pakistani government in their push for righteousness and the right to control that territory. And actually, what we're going to do is we're going to pick a cut in here. It's going to be the end of this episode. I will see you guys next time on the battlefield. Have a nice time. See you guys next time.